Take my hand and hold it tight. Look at the paintings, I'll be your guide. Don't stop looking in my eyes. Are you cold? Do you want to sit down? I've been here a million times, so I know my way around. Don't stop looking at me now.
Hi, welcome to today's video. I want to take you through the goals that I'm setting for myself in the month of May and the systems and habits that I'm trying to follow and establish to make sure I achieve those goals. I realize that I'm a little bit late. 1 week in May is already done, but better late than never. Of course, since this is the first time that we're doing this in 2024, I don't have a previous month reflection, but I do have a quarter reflection, which I've already uploaded that video here. Without much ado, I think it's really important to get into May. So I hope this will be a short one because this is just more about goals and less about reflections. I hope you'll find this useful and stick around. By the way, the lipstick I'm wearing is amazing. There's literally no transfer. And it feels like I have nothing on. It's incredible. This is the Fluorescence lipstick. It kind of matches my top. But this is the Fluorescence lipstick in the shade M512. Which I'm wearing on my lip, and I love this formula. I can't wait to get more colors in this formula. I just thought I'd let you know in case you were wondering. So as you know, for my goals, I typically structure them across different dimensions of health, professional, personal, financial, and relationships. If you're interested to see what my goals by dimension are for the year, you can check this video out below. For the quarter, this video, and for the month of May, it's here. Starting with health because that's my primary focus for this year. By the way, I will keep looking down because I've got it all listed down. I've started using Notion to at least keep track of my goals. I find Notion is a very good system to kind of step back and reflect about how your week has gone, how your month has gone. So under health, I have two output metrics. My weight at 82 kgs. Second is to get my eczema under control by following the inputs of a gluten-free and a dairy-free diet. My current weight, and this is what I weighed at home, so I'm not sure how accurate it is, was around 84.5 kgs. Even though it's supposed to be a good scale, I don't trust it for fat and body composition. So it already seems like quite a lofty goal with only 3 weeks. But I have a good feeling about the diet I'm following, so hopefully it will work because I do feel like my bloating has reduced and I feel tighter, fitter. I don't know, but I think let's keep 82. I want to work out at least 22 out of 31 days. And I also want to track my workouts. In case you're interested, I track my daily workouts on my Instagram and my TikTok. And my typical workouts of choice are Pilates, both mat and reformer. I do want to introduce a lot more strength training, maybe thrice a week. And I want to start doing steps every day. I think for the month of April, I average around 6,000 steps a day. And for the months prior, this is how the trend was. So I would want to maybe hit 7.5k steps per day. I think that's a safe number. I do want to journal and reflect a lot more. In fact, I've gotten these journals right next to me. So first up, I have this Joy journal by Lavender. In case you don't know Lavender, Eileen Zhu or Yu is a lifestyle blogger, manifestation blogger on YouTube. I really like her channel. Her vibes are immaculate, very calm, very peaceful, positive, very focused on self-improvement, which is also the vibe of my channel. She has this journal, which is more like a gratitude practice. So in the morning, you basically talk about what you're grateful for, how you will pursue joy, and what your positive reminders are. And in the night, you kind of talk about what you will celebrate, 3 things you love about yourself, and you kind of rate this day as a joyful day. And what I also like is on the top right of every page is a really useful quote, and this is an undated planner, so you don't have to wait for the new year to start this. You can start any time of the year. For example, the quotes here are, "Each moment is all we need, not more," by Mother Teresa. And the most adventurous journey to embark on is the journey to yourself by C. Joy Belsey. I think it's nice to actively tell yourself these messages and have these quotes around you, especially if you have other parts of your life that are seemingly out of control or are majorly stress inducing. I think it's nice to have some elements which kind of help center you and calm you. I've not been very good about this, but I do want to do this regularly. I've done it a couple of days in May and I do feel good, but I still haven't figured out how to incorporate this in my routine yet. I have this planner by the Ink Bucket, which is like any regular planner. So you can plan for the month, you have the month at a glance, you can track your habits here by the day, you can summarize your priorities, what's important to you this month. What I've realized rather is that a lot of these things are anyway in your head, but it's only when you're stuck in the grind of the day-to-day that sometimes you forget to step back and think through. Like this happens even in your corporate world, right? You have weekly, monthly, annual priorities, you have promotions to chase, you have presentations to make and targets to achieve. But sometimes what happens is you're so focused on the daily movement that you lose the forest for the trees. You forget strategy, you forget to step back. And that as you grow, obviously the skill that is most valuable is how much are you able to zoom into what's causing problems or issues in your day-to-day and zoom out in terms of where all of this is heading. Now, I think we all train ourselves to do that in our professional lives, but in our personal lives, at least I just never did it till I've gotten this kind of time to do it. So I'm really glad that I'm taking this time for myself to do it, and I highly recommend that you do it too. Of course, it's not feasible for anyone to just randomly quit their corporate careers, but I do believe it's still doable. Trying to wake up half an hour earlier to get those moments of peace, setting aside like an hour on a Sunday to at least do a weekly reset, if not a daily reset, to just reflect on how the week is going, where your life is taking you, what you're working towards. I'm by no means perfect in all of this, honestly. It's just that I have the luxury of time now to try to do this, and even if I'm not regular with this, when I do this, I see the positive effects of this so much, and I can create an entire other video about journaling once I get better at it. But I am a big believer in journaling. It really helped me cope with a lot of things last year, so I highly recommend journaling, planning, stepping back in case you don't actively do that. Sorry, I didn't mean to kind of go into this rant, but you know, whenever we talk about health, we end up focusing on the physical so much and not so much on the mental. Even when I think about health this year, it's all about getting rid of my eczema, losing the weight, and I hardly ever talk about the mental, emotional, spiritual side of things, which is, I think, so important, yet unfortunately most often ignored. Then finally, I need to be much better on my medication. I have some homeo meds for eczema and also having my supplements. That was on the health. So let's quickly go into professional. And this right now on May, realistically given all the other things that are going on, I will only be able to actively focus on social media. My output metrics are, for YouTube, I want to hit 925 followers, minimum 900 and a stretch target of 925, and I want to land at 1500 hours of watch time. Right now I think I'm in the late 700s, so I effectively need to almost double it. Then on TikTok I want to hit 3000 followers. Right now I'm at just about 1600, so it means almost doubling. And finally on LinkedIn, I want to do 2100 followers. I'm at nearly 1900 now, so that means I just need 200 more. So we've discussed the output metrics, let's discuss the inputs now. So for YouTube, I want to put shorts every weekday from Monday through Friday, and I want to put long form content thrice per week, which means 12 videos. I know I've only put one in the first week of May, but I'm hoping through bonus uploads I'll sort of still achieve this 12 video target and diversify from just beauty content, because I am on this journey of self-improvement which is beyond beauty, it is beyond the physical. It's really special when you can build a community around that. So I really hope my videos and my content finds the audience that it is meant for. TikTok, I want to put like 50 pieces of content on TikTok. I'm not on track for this, but I can easily make up for it. Somehow I just have that confidence. LinkedIn, I want to post twice per week. 4 to 6 pieces of content is more realistic. And finally, I want to get to a rhythm of trying to plan my content 3 to 4 weeks in advance to account for illnesses, personal emergencies, other priorities, travel. I really didn't do a good job of that earlier this year, which is why April was like such a disruption. So those are my professional goals. Now moving on to personal goals. I want to read 9 books. I've hardly read this month and I know it's just starting trouble. I want to do 4 choreographies. I am traveling later this month, but I'm going back home. I grew up in Hyderabad, so my parents are there. And I find that whenever I visit Hyderabad, I just feel a lot more creatively inspired. So I end up powering through books, singing a lot more, dancing, sketching. Like I go all out on the creative pursuits, and I don't know, something about just being with my family makes me feel that way. Singing practice thrice per week or at least 12 sessions. I sang once this week, but it wasn't a practice. It was just like a song I found that I kept singing, and I really liked the way it sounded, if I may say so myself. Cook at least twice. Yeah, this should be doable. Listen to 10 podcast episodes, highly doable. I listen to podcasts all the time. And write 4 times per week. So write 12 to 16 times. Sketching at least 3 times. Yeah, I think that's realistic. My relationships are pretty much the same in terms of just having structured check-ins with the people I love. I will be visiting Hyderabad, like I said, so I'm very excited to be meeting my family, so chilling with my aunt, my parents. From a financial standpoint, obviously, I'm not going to be very specific here. I'm just going to talk about more my strategy, my intentions. Preparing the May 2024 budget and doing a recon. I've done the budget, very proud of it, and will be doing the recon end of the month. From a spending standpoint, only replacement buys, eating out only once per week. Those are my financial intentions for the month. And that's it. Those are my goals. I'm sorry, I know this could have been a much better vlog style video, but I was actually quite behind on this video, and if I wanted to spend time shooting more footage, editing it, trying to stylize the video, then it doesn't make sense putting up a May planning video in the 3rd week of May. Of course, I had planned for this like 10 days ago, so I had created my goals and I was working towards them, but I never really came online and talked about what I'm working on. That comes to the end of this video. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know what you think about these kinds of videos. Is there like any interest in seeing how my May went and what I'm planning for June? Let me know. I will see you around. I hope you have a brilliant month and I will see you again next time. Bye!
어젯밤에 내가 잘못했어 이제 그만 나를 용서해줘 앞으로 더 잘할게 라고 약속해 baby